A dog's spirit is forged by the desire for attention. A cat's spirit is made by their nature in selection. Now, some people fall into such camps, and they'll wander this earth as either cats or dogs. For others, there's something of an in-between. Something that sits in judgment and seeks the attention of those around them. And in that, some may actually find a purpose, a drive, a calling to a cause by those wearing similar perspectives that they hold. For others, they remain isolative, bound to their specifics, walking a path of their own. Only walked on their own. For a while, when I was younger, I remained without much care, as do all at such an age, and everything just seemed so attainable, and yet so distant. There was a feeling of opportunity that came with each passing conversation. A feeling that I now come to regret. And I just despise within our own humanity. There's an innate selfishness embedded within every action of our being. We lie to ourselves into believing that the act of selflessness is that of purity. It's not. It's a goal, ultimately. It's a hope that humanity can reach such a point. But the reality is, we do the things we do because we want to, and because it brings us some level of comfort. Now, how you lead with that makes the very definition of selfishness more applicable to you than others. But everyone is selfish. To their core, it's about them. A fault of our youth, perhaps. Maybe a fault of ourselves. My memory now flickers with flashes of images, fragments of time that came before, currently, even beyond. Mostly it's yesterday, sometimes it's today. Lately, though, it's been about tomorrow. Could be and could not, based on what was and what is. I worry a lot. And then I live, ignore, and then I worry again. It's just this looming fear of what's to come. sometimes it's better handled with some form of distraction. In my case, anyway, it's activities, fantasies, what could be. But not in the raw material, that's the stuff I fear. But in the trivial, socializing, surfing. Most of all, love. Once again, the innate selfishness presents itself. Because it's not about who, it's what. I find myself latching onto it so quickly and so easily. That's a flaw of my own. I need to fill the hole in my soul. I've met a few, all of which I wish I wasn't blind to who they really were. And I mean that in more ways than one. I just chased an idea, as was most of my life, without wishing to supply anything beyond myself. One day, a voice, wearing the makeup of the opposite, told me after a very special encounter, "You're seeking some kind of comfort." And as much as they were not themselves, they were right. They were absolutely right. There I go, casting fucking judgment again. I can't help myself. Nor can anyone, really. I mean, I had this conversation with someone, and I said this to them. How can you begin to have a belief system if you can't judge anything? I mean, isn't that just being blind? Or is it accepting things for how they are? In response, this person decided to leave, casting an unspoken judgment, of which they said they don't do. Anything that you do is laid out by the foundation of your own judgments, within a line of morals we've crafted for ourselves. It's the attachment to these ideas that could provide more distance between others. Case in point, I'm on top of a fucking mountain playing out my own dialogue inside my own fucking head. Self-awareness within blindness. Kind of poetic, but also pretty just ridiculous. Because I know this is likely to just be a moment in reflection. And I'll just continue rejecting seeing my own fault. I've made many mistakes. Some I cannot forgive myself for. Nor do I see a reason to forgive. Per the idea of selflessness, Forgiveness is a way to relieve one from their own suffering. Now, sometimes people can just be really sensitive, but a lot of times people fail to recognize others. And I don't see why I should forgive myself for not seeing for not seeing the beauty in people. I mean, how is it that I could see this beautiful sunset, be in awe of it? Is it because it's literally there? Is it because it's hard to take your eyes off of it? Or am I just choosing to look at it and accept it for what it is? A judgment is made to keep us safe. And other times, it will leave us blind to the beauty this world can create. I live in regret. A lot of regret. I live in regret to what I didn't know was beautiful. Until they were gone. The irony is this. I'll be back. I'll be right back. And I know why I come back. It's because some things are just hard to let go.